It's July 13th, right? 13th? Yeah, July 13th. Today is the day after I got back from California. I look pretty rough, I think. So, I'm hoping like this is like not cutting off my face or anything. I tried to center it. Can't tell, I don't have a flip screen. But I just wanted to like say, hey, I'm back. And I didn't vlog much of anything last night. Oh, and I don't know if you could hear all the noise, but there's construction going on right out here. I didn't want to talk. I wanted to talk like last night and vlog when I got back, but my mom was going to bed and she had work today and get up early. And then my dad was down here going to bed. So I didn't want to disturb anyone by talking or keep anyone up when I was talking. So I just kind of ended the vlog abruptly. I said I would talk to you guys today. Again, I don't know if I'm going to put this at the end of the vlog or make it to a separate video. I originally wanted to vlog today to show like, you know, I'm back, day after, blah, blah, blah. But I don't really think I'm really going to actually vlog because I'm not doing anything. Really, I'm just working on my videos and trying to edit because I got so behind and I would like to put my videos up. I was tired, but I wasn't at the same time. Like, I wanted to go to bed, but then at the same time, I was like kind of awake and I couldn't go to bed. So I stayed up and I edited till about almost 5 in the morning last night. I finished editing the first half of my birthday vlog and it said it'd take 4 hours to save. And it wasn't even a long video. It was like maybe 13 minutes tops. I have videos longer than that I've uploaded that didn't take this long to save. So I'm like, this is great. I'm not staying up 4 hours waiting for this. So I did the same thing what I did before. Edited, and then I set an alarm, so like when it'd be time for it to be done saving, I just set an alarm and then I'd get up and I'd, you know, open my file and stuff like that. So that's what I did. So I went to bed at like almost 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I woke up at like 7 something because the construction was so loud and it woke me up, and then I tried to go back to sleep. Kind of worked, kind of, then my alarm went off, and then I checked my laptop and it was done saving. But yeah, so my trip honestly was completely amazing. Yes, I might have had anxiety. I might have had a couple of days where I had anxiety, but overall it was such an amazing experience. And my mom gave me this article back in like November-ish, and I don't think she realized what it was, and it was a article about traveling, but it wasn't just about traveling. It was about solo traveling. And solo traveling, I'm going to make a separate video talking about solo traveling and everything and about like my experience and everything like that. But I read this article and I still have it upstairs somewhere. I read it and it inspired me to just go and do it, because one big thing that really stuck out was when in the article it said, you know, a lot of people don't travel because they're afraid of going alone. About 95 to 99% of people want to travel but are too scared to do it alone, and so usually they'll always end up waiting on someone else or a companion to go with or something, and as they keep waiting and waiting and waiting for that person to find someone to go with who actually go with them, soon time passes by. Time just keeps passing by, and then sooner or later it's like 20 years later and you still haven't got to do what you want to do, like travel, but you're too afraid to go alone. If you don't do it now, you'll never do it. For some reason, like how the article was written inspired me so much, where like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Like, I don't care, I'm gonna do it. What I've learned over the last 2 years is like, if you really want something, go for it. If you really want to do something in life or you have a dream, go for it. Like, don't hold nothing back. Don't let anyone stop you. And, you know, if you fail, try again. If you fail, try again. You know, it's just all about experience, and it's all about doing what you want to do with your life. And like, I have learned, you know, yes, I have friends and I have family here where I'm from, in Ohio. But I come to different times in my life within the last 2-3 years. I'm not particularly 100% happy being here. You know, this is not where I want to be. And yes, I'm grateful that, you know, I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful that I have people supporting me. You know, I'm grateful that I have family and friends, you know. But I just don't feel like I belong here. Like, this is just not where I want to be. And I've struggled with that the last 2 years at least, or especially since I've graduated, because I feel like I can't do anything, or I can't get out because I don't have my license yet, I don't have a car. I always feel like I'm stuck. Since I'm 18, I can kind of technically do what I want. And so that's kind of what I did with this trip. So loud. And I planned this entire trip by myself. I worked everything out by myself. I mean, yes, people gave me advice and people did this and blah, 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 blah. But I planned it all myself. I did it all by myself. And I had no help besides like driving up to the airport and help me going to pick stuff out for the trip. But other than that, everything's been me. Yeah, okay, before I read the article, I was extremely afraid. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to do, if I still wanted to go by myself or not. Like, I was scared, honestly. But after I got thinking about it and did research and all this stuff and me being independent, I got excited because I like to do things, like, I'm so used to doing a lot of things by myself. I'm so used to being in control of what I do, and I like to take care of my own self. So this trip wasn't too hard for me because I also like to be alone. And, you know, I'm perfectly happy being alone. And I was by myself for a whole entire week. The longest I've ever been by myself, an entire week. And it was so fun, and it was so life-changing. Yes, I might have, like, had anxiety about certain things, but this is the first time I traveled. You know, I mean, it could happen again. Maybe it won't, you know. Who knows? But it's just, I would like to give you a piece of advice, you know, because I didn't tell a lot of people. Like, my whole family knew, a few of my friends knew, my coworkers knew, and then my parents told all their coworkers and all their friends or whatever. But, like, generally a lot of people that I haven't seen, like, in 2016, or haven't really talked to a lot in 2016 so far, a lot of people didn't know, like, at all. And on July 5th, when I said this, like, my last day here, everyone was flipping out on me. Like, people I don't really talk to anymore started messaging me and, like, asking me, wow, you didn't say goodbye? Like, because everyone that knows me knows I want to move to California. And everyone just kind of assumed that I moved and I just didn't say goodbye to anyone or didn't tell anyone. If I did move, I definitely would like to say goodbye to a lot of people. But I just didn't want to tell a lot of people because I wanted to do this myself. There's a lot of people that were amazed that I am this young and traveled by myself, like a big trip by myself. And a lot of people were just amazed of the fact of, like, what I decided to do. And it's just like, what I want to tell everyone is my experience is just like, if you have one life, don't live it unhappy. And because for me, I look at it as, you know, you have one life and I want to follow my dreams. Like, yeah, maybe I won't be a huge director in the future. Maybe I won't be this, maybe I won't be that. But I want to try. It's my dream. Like, I am so obsessed with the filming. Like, filming and photos and, like, photography and videography and cinematography and all that junk. I'm just so obsessed with the idea of capturing things. I'm in love with it. And LA, Hollywood, California, I feel like it's the place to be for that. And I fell in love with California, you know, not even being there first, but then being there, I felt even more in love with it. And I feel like that's where I should be. Like, that's where my heart feels like it should be. Like, there's been so many times where, like, I go through these phases where I'm just like, here in Ohio, I hate it here. I hate it. Like, I go through these big phases where I'm just like, I feel so depressed that I'm here because I feel like I'm not doing what I want to do. I feel like I'm not living my dream. It's not where I want to be. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, I'm done with school. I'm an adult and I can make my decisions. That's kind of how I look at it as. And, like, you know, if you don't know what you want to do in life, that's fine. But, like, for me, I definitely know what I want to do and I want to do it and I'm going to do it. It's just going to take some time. That's the only issue for me. You know, some people are just so amazed when I, like, tell them what I want to do with my life. And a lot of people are like, they could never move, or they could never do this or that, or even travel by themselves. And I'm like, well, you know what? I can, and I will do it. And I don't mind traveling by myself. It's just, the only thing that bothered me was this is my first time doing a lot of things, so I didn't know what to expect. And me, I don't like not being in control of myself or anything of mine, or anything like that involves me. Like, if I have no control of what's happening around me or happening with me, I just freak out. So that was a huge thing. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that. I feel like this trip has kind of changed me a little bit, has made me look at this even more into, like, I want to go there even more and stay there and live there and move there and go, you know? And, like, this trip has taught me, you know, it's okay to be alone, which, I mean, I knew that before, too. You know, you don't need anyone. You really don't. You know, but that's kind of my whole thing about it. And I think I will make a separate video talking about, like, solo traveling. And, like, if you have any questions, I should say, about solo traveling or anything, just leave them in the comments. I'll answer them if you leave any comments, or I'll just answer some general questions people might have that I've got asked by people that I know. But yes, some people might call me crazy. Some people might call me brave. Some people might be thinking, wow, I'm insane, I'm out of my mind that I went by myself and traveled. And you think that it wouldn't be as fun by yourself, but it depends what you're doing. Like, it's really hard to get pictures when, like, you are by yourself, unless you take selfies. I found when I was in Disney, the Disney photographers are always around. You can ask them or ask a cast member to take your photo, which that's why I got a lot more pictures in Disney than I did in LA, because I had people to take my photo. I also did self-timer a bunch of my photos too. I put my tripod on a trash can and I did self-timer with a bunch of photos. But in LA it was a little bit different. I couldn't really take a lot of photos. That's the only big thing about going by yourself. But going by yourself, honestly, was probably one of the best experiences, because I got to do what I want. You know, I didn't have to, like, compromise with anyone. I didn't have to, you know, do anything I didn't want to do. And the best thing was, I can decide whatever I want. You know, I decided when I went to Disney for the 2 days, 7th and 8th, I decided I was going to leave during the day and then come back later. Like, it was nice because I had like 2-3 hour break of, you know, just kind of chilling out, editing my videos, and then charging my phone, my camera, make sure nothing dies. You know, it's basically like a recharge. And I really like that because, you know, I went in the morning and I left and I came back again. With other people probably wouldn't want to do that. And, like, I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to go anywhere with other people again, but I feel like, I would like to go by myself and do a lot of things, a lot too, and I also want to bring people, but I 100% recommend trying to go on a solo trip, just anywhere you want to go, just to see how it is, because it's a amazing learning experience. Because one, you'll get to learn more about yourself because you'll be by yourself. Two, you get to make your own decisions. You get to decide what you want to do and what you don't want to do. You don't have to compromise about anything. And, like, if you go to a amusement park or something, you could ride the same ride like 20 million times and no one will care, you know? And, like, people ask me, like, aren't you gonna be, like, scared to go to Disney by yourself? But honestly, like, no one really notices you're really by yourself, honestly, because there's just so many people around, and it's hard to, like, pinpoint if anyone's by themselves or not. But yeah, if you want to travel somewhere and you're afraid to go alone, or like no one will ever go with you, or they'll flake on you or whatever, I highly recommend, just even if it's just like a day or two, I highly recommend just trying it out. Like, it doesn't have to be something really drastic like I did. Like, I went literally across the country by myself. Like, it doesn't have to be that drastic. Maybe if it's just like a couple hours or something. But I would highly recommend taking a solo trip traveling solo and experiencing that, because it's something, you know, you'll never forget. It's something that you will enjoy. Like, I mean, yeah, people might think it's lonely because you don't have anyone to talk to, but for me it wasn't, because I talked to my camera and I vlogged. I didn't vlog a lot, like as much as I probably would have if I was with someone else, even though I did vlog, even though I filmed a lot of stuff. But I talked to my camera, and I always talked to, I had a bunch of people, like a bunch of my friends and my parents I talked to when I was out there. You know, I'd update them. People would ask me like what I'm doing, or when I met Josh, I was fangirling to Haley. I was like freaking out, and I was like texting her. So it's like I was still in communication with people, and I was still talking to people, even if it wasn't physically person to person with me right now. I still had people I was talking to, and I was also talking to my camera, so I didn't really feel lonely at all. Okay, hey, my camera died earlier when I was filming, and I forgot what exactly I left off talking about. Like, I'm living by, you know, you have one life, live it the way you want to. And that's what I'm going to, like, that's what I'm doing with my life, you know. I'm not going to follow what everyone else is doing. I'm not going to just do things because people want me to do things, or, I'm doing what I want to do. You know, like, a big thing was, like, when I graduated, or, like, when I was about to graduate, so many people were just shoving, like, college down my throat, like, especially here. I had a lot of people, like, tell me I should just stay here for college, or just take some classes or something while I'm still here before I move to California, or while I'm, like, saving up and stuff and, like, whatever. And I'm like, no. First of all, I'm not doing that. Second of all, I don't want to do that. Third of all, I feel like if I did do that, I feel like I'd literally be stuck here longer than what I want to be. Like, because I just feel like that's just going to hold me back, because I'm still, if I'm taking a class, I'm still taking a class. One, that costs money that I don't even have. Two, I feel like that's just going to, that would, like, literally pull me back farther than what I already am. And two, like, I can't drive. So it's like, how would I even get to anywhere? Because, like, and no, there's no colleges near where I live. Like, you have to freaking drive. So it's like, it was a big thing for me, like, last year, about people, like, shoving all this stuff down my throat. And it was, and I think a lot of it caused a lot of my anxiety, with a lot of different reasons, because it's just like, that's all I heard. People just kept nagging me about it and nagging me about it. And it's like, you know what, this is my life, and I'm gonna live it the way I want to. I don't care what, like, I've had the mindset of, like, I'm gonna do what I want. It's my life. I get one chance. I'm gonna follow my dreams, and I'm gonna do what I want. And I don't care what anyone thinks about it. And that's, like, I think a problem with a lot of people have is, a lot of people have dreams, but they don't really pursue them because of either lack of support, or, like, they just couldn't do it, or, like, they failed, or whatever the case is. But, like, for me, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to live an unhappy life. I get one life. I want to experience everything I possibly can, you know? And, like, this past year, it took a huge toll on me about not going to college, though, either. Because everyone around me, like, here's the thing. For me, like, I just feel so completely different here. Like, I just don't feel like I belong here. Like, I've said this. Like, I've said this multiple times. I don't feel like I belong here. Because everyone is so much different from me. Like, I feel like there is not one soul that I know that is like me at all. Like, yeah, I might have similarities with other people, but, like, I feel like I don't have the same mindset as anyone else around me. And it's hard because, like, everyone's all set on, like, going to college, or, like, they don't know what they want to do yet, or, like, they, like, yeah, I've talked to people, and some people, like, yeah, they want to move, they don't want to stay here in Ohio, but, like, some people are just not like me. Like, I'm willing to move across the country because that's my dream. I want to move out to California. And, you know, some people won't do something like that, and it's just like, I've struggled this past year because either all my friends were in high school still, or they're in college, and either way, both of them, like, both sides of my friends here, like, either one, they're working towards their future, and, like, they're, even though college, I've heard, is, like, obviously stressful and, like, not the best time in your life, but, like, you still are, like, working towards a goal of yours, you know? I mean, for me, like, I'm literally doing absolutely nothing besides working to get myself out of Ohio. But, like, I've struggled a lot because of the fact that people are living their lives the way they want to, and, or, like, you know, they're busy with this, they're busy with that, and for a long time, I felt like I had nothing because I felt so trapped because I felt like I couldn't do anything, because what I want to do, it's expensive, and I have, like, I mean, I have money, but not nearly as much as what I need to leave here and live out in California. And that was a huge thing, because it's just, like, seeing all these people, like, doing this or that, starting college, starting their senior year, starting this, starting that, doing this, blah, 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 blah. It took a huge toll on me, because it's, like, I know, like, a lot of people that I know don't really know exactly what they want to do. Or if they do, they do. Whatever. But, like, a lot of people don't really know. And, like, for me, I'm, like, dead set on knowing what I want to do. And I want to go live my life. I want to live out my dreams, but I've realized it's going to take me a little longer than most people. So, you know, some people might think I'm crazy for, like, wanting to go across the country by myself, but, you know, within the last few years, you know, I've done so much thinking and so much research, and, you know, I've gotten to the mindset of, like, you know, when people did, like, flake on me about, like, moving to California, yeah, I'm not ready yet, but, like, when people did flake on me, it's just, like, it scared me, because, like, there was a big part of me that was, like, how am I going to go to California? No one wants to go with me, or no one can go with me, you know? It was a huge thought in the back of my mind, and then that's where, you know, I started getting to the mindset where, you know what, it's my dream. Not everyone has the same dream. Not everyone's going to want the same thing as you. So it's like, whatever your dream is, if you're really that passionate about it and you really, really want it that bad, like if you want something so bad, like I said, you need to just go for it, and you need to do it, and you need to make it happen. And that's exactly what I'm doing. This California trip was a lifetime experience, and I feel like it kind of changed my life a bit. Like, it showed me what it'd be like to live there, and, like, everything. It was just amazing. And then I met Josh. I know I literally talk about it every day, and I cannot believe, okay, today is the 13th. Yeah, the 13th. Today is July 13th. Last night when I got home, and I was, like, in bed, and I was waiting for my video to upload, I was watching Snapchat stories, and I'm telling you, for 4 days in a row, Josh was literally at the same place I was at. He was at LAX yesterday when I was at LAX. Like, I'm so excited for the future, and I'm, like, so in love with California, and I'm just, like, so happy. Like, the entire trip, even though there was some bumps in the road with things, I was so very happy in California. Like, honestly, like, so very happy. Like, and I felt like, I think the first night I was in LA, I was, like, looking out at the view, and I was just thinking about everything and thinking about life, and just, like, for some reason I had this feeling inside of me that, like, I just felt like I belonged there. I felt like that was my home. Like, it felt amazing. Like, I just felt so happy, and I was so happy to be there. Like, compared to here, like, there's literally, like, nothing here for me. I don't think so, but yeah. Anyways, I really need to end this video because it's gone on way too long. I've talked so much. I like to ramble and get off topic about everything. But yeah, so I wanted to vlog, but today's just kind of a chill, trying to edit, get things done video day. So I just made this video talking about my trip and whatever, and this is squeaky chair, sorry. Yeah. So if you missed any of my Disney vlogs, if you missed any of my California vlogs, go watch them. And then after this and whatnot, I will make a picture collage video and upload all the pictures that I had and took, make it into a video, and post that so you can see what I captured and whatnot in California. So that's about it, and thank you for watching. And if you listened to this far, thank you so much for watching my video and listening to me talk. But yeah, so thanks for also keeping up with my journey, and hopefully you guys can come with me on my next journey, my next adventure, my next experience, whatever else I'm doing. Don't know what's happening after this, but who knows, we'll find out. Yeah, so yeah, I will talk to you guys soon, and I'll see you later. Bye!